Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about the second verse for Assassin in the Night. And to recap our journey so far, we talked about the strong intro, which then dropped down into a very soft verse and a soft pre-chorus. Then the energy went back up for a chorus, and then this bridge that was like this rap accented verse, then an explosive pre-chorus and a guitar solo, and now it's going to go back down again for another verse. However, there's a few tricks employed to make the second verse feel different from the first verse. So let's take a look in the computer what we've done. Alright, so the secret of the second verse is that the first half feels quite similar to what was happening on the first verse, but the second half of the verse suddenly changes gears and becomes quite dramatic. Let's listen to the vocals isolated and you'll see how the vocals halfway through completely change the energy level.
I wanna reach the top, and yet some tears might drop, all in a day's jump, perfect place to walk.
And here's the change.
I give my body and soul to reach my final goal, and as I play my role, I have to pay the toll.
Let's see how the instruments back up that amazing energy. In the first portion of the second verse, we have a beat drop. There's no more drums, there's no more bass. We are back to a clean guitar playing some arpeggiated chords and beautiful keys adding depth, which sounds like this. These are the guitar and the keys together. And to make it feel like there's some progression, and it's not just a copy-paste of the first verse, we also added flute for this one. This is the flute isolated. The trill on the flute is basically a build-up for the entire band to kick in to the second part of the verse, which is much more high impact. Going back to the guitars, this is what the guitars are going to be playing in the second half. It's this really strong double accent. And that's matched with a bass that does those accents with a bit of slapping. The beat comes back with the drums, and on that trill that the flute did before, they're gonna do this beautiful snare roll to lead us into the new beat. Now, what happens here, the guitar and the bass have those two accents that are on the beat, and we have a choir that basically provides an answer singing on the offbeats. It has 4 different lines for bass singers, for tenors, for altos, and for sopranos, and it sounds like this. Just so you can hear how it plays off the bass, the keys, and the guitar accents. This is what's actually happening. In addition to that, we have the strings return for this section, and they sort of play both fields. They play the accents of the guitars, the keys, and the bass, and the accents of the choir. Let's take a listen to the second verse in its entirety with Sumi's amazing performance, the bass guitar, keys, the flute, the choir, and the strings. Here we go.
I wanna reach the top, and yet some tears might drown, all in a day's jump, perfect place to walk. I give my body and soul to reach my final goal, and as I play my role, I
As always, I hope you enjoyed this peek under the hood for Assassin in the Night. It streams now on all streaming platforms, and I'll catch you